The Blackhawks lose 3-1 to the Flyers. It is 6 losses in a row for the offensively starved Blackhawks. We'll wrap up the game next on the CHGO Blackhawks postgame show. Welcome into the CHGO Blackhawks postgame podcast presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use our code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Thanks for being here. Hope everyone's having a nice Christmas Eve. I'm Jay Zawoski. That's Greg Boyson. Mario is not with us today. Had some car issues. Had to get the car towed back home to basically Wisconsin. So it is just the two of us tonight. We're going to hope to bring you post-game video from the locker room if we get it in time. But the Hawks lose 3-1 to the Flyers. And look, man, I had the first period. I wanted to like to see the Hawks get a little more involved in front of the net. The next 40 was a pretty even game. They just don't have the offense. They just don't have the guys that can score. And this is what it's going to look like, sadly, for the next 4 weeks. At least.
Yeah. This will not be the only game for the next few weeks where we say, the Hawks didn't play bad. They played well for most of that game, but they didn't win because they can't score any goals. First two periods were fine. They were good. Third period, I would have liked to see a little more there. That was the only period where they didn't have the shot attempt advantage. Against the team that played last night too. That sounds familiar. They don't have the finish. They don't have that killer instinct right now. Too many guys, as you mentioned, the first period they were on the perimeter the whole period. It got a little better, but too many guys looking for that extra pass.
Yeah,
looking for they need to play simple hockey. There's no such thing as a bad shot right now. I mean, look at Ryan Donato. Good for him.
That's it.
Breaks his 11-game goal drought. Gets the puck, tries to shoot it, fumbles it, regains it.
That's the strategy.
And then shoots it right away with traffic in front. And hey, look at that. It went in.
Lo and behold.
Where I feel we've seen stuff like that so many times where if it was one of the other players and he mishandled that first shot, he would have looked to pass it away because he figured he'd shoot. But Donato said, screw it, I'm going to shoot it. And look, it went into the back of the net. They need more of that. They had...
I will say, Donato is one of the few guys on a team that I do believe is shot first. He is maybe the only one, honestly.
Tonight. It hadn't been that way for a few games.
Well, this is his first goal in 12 games.
And playing up in the lineup has something to do with that, too.
Yeah,
the Blackhawks had 21 shots on goal tonight and 53 shot attempts. That's not good enough.
Oh, that's because they're coming from the perimeter, so they're getting blocked. They're not.
Yeah, they're getting blocked. They're missing wide.
Philly had 52 shot attempts, but 26 shots on goal.
Right.
So a significantly higher number of shots went through for Philly because if you look at the heat map, it is a big blue blob right in front of the Hawks goal, and there's a little red blob in front of the Flyers net, but most of the stuff is coming from the right wing faceoff dot. That's where most of the shots came from today.
Yeah, the Flyers scouted this team well, said keep it to the outside, and that's exactly what happened for most of this game.
Well, I was attempting to listen to the broadcast and watch the game at the United Center, but TNT on my Xfinity streaming app was like a minute and a half behind, so it was really impossible to do. But I did do it through the first period, and Rick Tocchet, after the first TV timeout, said we want to keep the Hawks on a perimeter. That was the game plan, and they were happy to oblige it, especially in the first period. Shane Knighty said it later, too, everything from the Hawks is coming from the outside. Blashill seemed to get that message across a little bit, as the game went on, and you saw the Hawks all of a sudden generating better chances when they were more willing to get inside. But the problem is, we talked about this a lot with this team, even with Bedard and even with Nazar. This is a team that does not love to go to the net. You've got Tyler Bertuzzi, you've got Ilya Mikheyev, and that's about it in terms of guys who are really willing, I'll say Oliver Moore too, to go in front of the net and get their asses kicked.
Yeah,
you
need more of that. You need more of that from, Colton Dach, but he's not on the ice enough to really do that. There was a play Colton Dach had where he had the puck behind the net with room in the first period, had room, but decided to throw it up into the slot with 12 sticks waiting for him instead of just taking it and just go to the net.
Go to the net.
Be a big boy. Go to the net. Try and stuff it in.
The worst thing that happens is a rebound.
Yeah. But instead, you tried to pass it over 4 sets of sticks, and nothing happened of it. So those are the type of things that were a problem before Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar got hurt. I mean, they've been a problem all season long, and they're just going to get magnified with their top 2 offensive players out. I mean, this is going to be the copy and paste post-game show for the next few weeks.
It feels like
at least till January. Hopefully, after January, we get some positive news from Connor Bedard, and he's back shortly after the new year. And then Frank Nazar, we were told 4 weeks, but we never really got anything concrete about that. But this is what it's going to look like for a while. But these were the same problems this team had beforehand. They're just being amplified now that you don't have Connor Bedard to get 3 points in the third period to save your ass.
What was he? He was factored into 49% of the Hawks' goals. So Connor Bedard was masking a lot of what the his talent and his just raw ability was enough to mask big problems this team had. And I think the reason we're seeing them now struggle to simplify was because Bedard was good enough to get them out of games or at least keep them competitive in games because of his skill. Now they've got to kind of reinvent themselves, even though what Blashill has been preaching to this team since the day he took the ice, first day of training camp, is that game against the Rangers. North and south, keep it simple, pucks on net, sticks on the ice, let's go. When they play that way, they have success. But with Bedard, I think you asked the question when he got hurt about now that he's out, are you going to look for guys to maybe stop deferring and shoot? We haven't really seen it yet, but I think there was a little bit of we are reliant on Connor Bedard to score here. And now that he's gone, we are really seeing it. And look, the other thing too, aside from just the lack of scoring ability, is the lack of the ability for these guys to carry a puck into a zone. Colton Dach did it a few times in the first. Other than him, though, I think Donato had some decent zone entries at 5-on-5, but there's just not anyone that can really drive possession on this team. And one guy I really want to see more from, and I've liked him up to the last week or so, Andre Burakovsky. It's a guy with probably the best natural scorer on the team now with Bedard out. 1 shot attempt today. That can't happen. And I've been sorry, I keep talking, but I've been talking for weeks about now that Bedard's out, now that Nazar's out, especially these veterans need to step up and pull this team along with them. And I can't have a game from Andre Burakovsky with 1 shot attempt in 20 minutes of ice time. He played 20-31, had 21 shifts. He had 3:54 of power play time and has 1 shot attempt. That can't happen.
Yeah, that's not good enough. That's a guy getting paid money to be a driver of the offense. And we saw it a lot tonight, and we seen a lot all season where he just skates himself into trouble or makes the pass to nobody, gains the zone, and then gets into the zone and skates himself down in the corner, into 2 defensemen, and the puck's going the other way. What's the point of having a really good zone entry if you don't do anything with it once you're in the zone? It's frustrating. But again, this behavior has been not exclusive to the last 5 games. This is something we've seen from him all season long. But he's a guy that has historically been on lines with guys that he can look to pass, and those guys score. He was great. chemistry with Bedard for a lot of this season. In Colorado, they got to play with some really talented players. Those guys aren't here right now.
Right.
You need to be the guy.
Well, when he was playing with Connor Bedard, he looks better, imagine.
Well, yeah. When he was playing with Nathan McKinnon, he looked better.
Yeah.
It's strange how that works, but those guys aren't here to make you look better. The only person that's going to make you look good is you. So do it. Just do it. You're getting paid a lot of money. Get in the zone and then have the awareness to see what's going on. And he's not the only guy on this team that's guilty of that. So many times. I mean, Tavo does it all the time. Oliver Moore has done it a bunch where, great, you got in the zone, but then you don't know what to do with it once you get there. Some of that is on the rest of the team not getting to where they need to be quick enough.
Right.
And so if you get into that situation, put it on the net.
Right.
Shoot it towards the net and see what happens.
I can
Stopping and letting the defenseman catch up to you is the worst possible option.
Yeah, and look, I can live with it with Oliver Moore and Nick Lardis. These are guys who are learning at the NHL level. They're rookies. They're going to have to learn these lessons at the NHL level. Rick Bowness was talking about it in the first intermission. Like, it's really hard for these guys who have been top scorers their entire careers to come to the NHL and learn that you're not just going to float by on just being fast or just having a good shot or whatever it might be. You've got to play the complete game. It took Connor Bedard 2 years to learn that, right? So if it's those guys doing it, fine. But okay, let's look at the vets here. Donato, goal, 5 shots on goal, 6 shot attempts. That's what we want. Also, 80% from the dot, 8 wins, 2 losses. Jason Dickinson, we're going to get to them. That line had a great game, but he had 1 shot on goal, 3 shot attempts. Sam Lafferty, 1 shot. Let's see. Tyler Bertuzzi had 1 shot and 4 shot attempts. Tavo, 2 shots on goal and 3 shot attempts. But again, that's in 19 minutes. Like, these are the guys that you need to provide the offense, the looks. It can't be Ryan Donato is the only guy right now. He can't be the only guy with more than 2 shots on goal. He is literally the only Hawk with more than 2 shots on goal.
At 5-on-5, that Burakovsky, Donato, Teravainen line had 5 shot attempts as a line.
Yeah.
That's not great.
That's tough.
That's 1 more shot attempt than the Dominic Donato line had.
Wow.
At 5-on-5.
Yeah. Well,
this is what it is right now. Yeah. I mean, there's no sense getting angry and lighting torches and grabbing pitchforks. This is what it is.
Well, yeah, and
this is what it's going to be for the next few weeks.
Right.
So there's no sense of getting the blood all boiled and angered, especially right before Christmas.
Right. I mean, look, and usually what fires me up after losses usually is if the effort just isn't there. If it's guys mailing it in, if it's guys just like not getting pucks deep. And I think after the first, they adjusted, started to get it deep, started to play their game a little bit. So the effort was there. Right now, it is just a talent issue. And all the NHL-ready forwards you have are basically up already. Moore's here already. Lardis is here already. There's no one in Rockford that's going to come up and make a big difference offensively. Now, I've been saying for a while, you bring up a guy like Samuel Sava, who's red hot in Rockford.
There's a guy in Rockford you can bring up.
Kevin Korchinski. Yeah.
That's a guy I bring up. We can talk about that later. I mean, I wrote about that over the weekend over at blackhawkup.com. Go check it out. Why not? Offensive-minded defenseman.
Well, they might lose a game.
Okay.
We can't have that.
Might? They might win a game.
All right, well, before we hit the break zone, we got to tell you about our Game Puck nominees. Better Father, Better Husband, Better Man. Go to Game Day Men's Health. Visit GameDayCHGO.com to find locations closest to you. Our Game Day Men's Health Game Puck nominees are Ryan Donato, 5 shots on goal and a goal. And we're nominating a group of players tonight. The Jason Dickinson line with Tyler Bertuzzi and Ilya Mikheyev. 10:31 time on ice at 5-on-5. 14 shot attempts for, only 2 against. They were
scoring chances
excellent.
allowed.
Yes.
0 given up.
0, 9 to
That's
nothing in scoring chances for that line. There's a line I'm not touching. I'm not touching that line. That's it. Those guys are together until they're not, because they were really, really good. So those are our nominees for Game Pucks, Ryan Donato or the Jason Dickinson line. Get your votes in, and we'll reveal the winner at the end of the show. And all All right, let's hit the break zone for the first time. When we come back, we got a couple super chats we want to get to, and let's get into the Kevin Korchinski thing a little bit because I do think it's an interesting conversation. If you've not done it yet, please hit that like button. We have 255 people watching and only 58 liking. Please hit that like button, get in that habit, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page as well. Back in 2 minutes on CHGO Blackhawks. Our friends at Sunnyside are here to elevate your already elevated football season. Sunnyside Dispensary is your home for judgment-free shopping. They've got a massive selection with the best brands you're looking for, including my two favorites, the Good News and the Mindy's, with over 100 different strains to choose from, and easy online ordering and in-store pickup. And wherever you are in Illinois, Sunnyside has a location for you. It's not just downtown. It's not just in these ritzy areas. South Beloit, Champaign, all over the place. They've got a spot for you. So head to their website for Bright Buys every day, including 50% off your first 3 online purchases. Enter their promo code HICHGO at checkout to qualify. If you're a returning customer, use the code CHGO50. Exclusions do apply. Sunnyside Dispensary, Bright Buys every day, only for 21 plus or Illinois MedCard holders. And whether it's peak performance or becoming a better father, a better husband, or a better man, great song, Game Day Men's Health wants to support every man's health journey through personalized care tailored to your goals. Game Day Men's Health has a very quick and easy process. You'll be in and out of their office in about an hour. You'll get personal care. These are family and locally owned clinics with an extremely high success rate. Me, I am middle-aged, maybe a little more than that, actually. And if you're in that mode where I am, or maybe you got some low T, you need some vitamin supplements, maybe your hair is thinning, maybe you want to lose a couple pounds, they will get you squared away at Game Day Men's Health. Start your best life with Game Day Men's Health. Scan that QR code on your screen or go to GameDayCHGO.com to find the locations closest to you. Again, scan that QR code or visit GameDayCHGO.com. All right, we're back. Those were 2 fantastic reads. Good job by me. Give myself the old Barry Horowitz.
I'm not buying either of those things.
Wow.
Because of the read. I'm sure they're fantastic.
And you already have so many of them.
Yes.
Yes, you don't want to overbuy. You got to leave some for the rest of us.
Exactly.
What about the production of it? Did you like the...
Wonderful. The lighting, the camera, the best I've ever seen.
Terrific.
Right?
Yes.
Tremendous.
It was great.
And now you'll buy the products.
I bought both of those products last week when I heard Big Dave read them.
Well,
but with you, I don't know.
I cannot compete with Big Dave in
Nobody
literally
can.
anything.
Big Dave should do all of the reads here.
I think on my list of human beings, like Big Dave is top 5.
He is there for sure.
Yeah.
He is.
I can't think of a human more beloved than Big Dave that I know. It's like Big Dave, Dolly Parton, Tom Hanks. Santa got booed in Philly, but he did blow the goal horn today. Did a fantastic job.
Yes.
That's it. That's the best I can think of.
Did he score and shoot the puck? We were in the elevator.
I don't know. I saw that.
We were in the elevator and
Scrooge
someone was mumbling something behind me I couldn't hear.
The mumbly sailor man. All right. Super chats. Should we do some super chats? How many do we have? We got 3 super chats. Beautiful. Mike Greco, I hope it's Greco or Greco. Sorry about that. $10 says, please tell the coach to let Levshunov carry the puck into the offensive zone on the power play. I think that is a Levshunov deal. I think that's Levshunov saying the system tells me that I have to turn around and slingshot it, so I'm going to follow the system and turn it around and slingshot it. If you watch the Hawks play, when the other unit's on there is some flexibility in the puck carrier entering the zone without having to slingshot it.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a young player saying, I have to do what the coach tells me.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into business for myself. I think just reps and experience will kind of, help out with that. It's frustrating, but it's, we saw that with Kevin Korchinski when Kevin Korchinski was running the power play when he was up here 2 years ago. And it's a rookie defenseman trying to do what the coach tells him to do. Probably doesn't feel he has the cred to go against the coaches and make a good play. Coaches will get mad, but they won't be upset if it works.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Levshunov, Ben Pope from the Sun-Times wrote a really good feature on Levshunov. Talked to Matt Grzelcyk about Levshunov's development, and Grizzlick sort of saying, like, I can't imagine how difficult this is for Levshunov to be 20 years old, barely knowing English, having to learn a brand new system on the fly.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So I think we need to have a little, I know everyone's mad because the Hawks have lost 6 in a row and they've been cheeks lately, sloppy cheeks lately. And it's frustrating, but we've got to keep it in context a little bit here. Artyom Levshunov is very much learning a lot right now, and it's not just on the ice. He's
learning
to be a pro.
He's a rookie.
How to pay
your
bills.
He's a young rookie defenseman going through the typical ups and downs of a young rookie defenseman season. Even at his worst, when I call him I don't think there's been many times this season I've called him a liability or thought he was a liability. He's been fine. Can he be better? Absolutely.
Yeah, and he will be. He will be. All right, more super chats. Let's go. We got Joker's Performance, $5 says, Merry Christmas. But I think the Hawks need most is to find out who is the next man up. Who is the next man up?
We'll tell you when somebody steps up. Yeah. Brian Donato was the next man up tonight. Blashill addressed that a little bit at morning skate today when talking about the depth at the center position and just overall saying, like, we don't have a number one center. We don't have a number one line. We need to have 4 lines that we can roll out. And each night it will be somebody different.
That's what you have to do in those times.
And you can't designate somebody top line, third line, fourth line. It's, hey, whoever is playing the best will get the most ice time. And tonight it was the Jason Dickinson line that played great tonight. Maybe next game it will be, the kid line steps up. It can't be on one person. It can't be on one line to do this. The one player is not going to replace what Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar brings to this team. It's got to be all 18 guys every night.
Yeah.
And whoever is the one that gets the goals is the one who gets the goals. But they just have to play, a simple and, as Blashill said, predictable game for each other. So they know where everybody's on the ice and just grind out some goals. It's back. Unfortunately, we're back to where we were a couple of years ago where the Hawks have to play a perfect game to get 2 points. It's temporary, though. It's temporary.
I want to go to a comment really that was directed at you here. This is from Rhonda, because we were critical of Steve Yzerman's rebuilding plan, and now Rhonda's saying, "Hey, Greg, now look at the CVY plan for it. Looks good now."
Because it's year 8. It's year 8.
Yeah,
this is year 3.
Rebuilds take some time, huh?
It's year 8.
Thank you for proving our point. Okay, next super chat, please. James Iceman says, you sound like frustrated parents, more rules, and I meant that from a constructive standpoint. Were you mean to Oliver Moore? I think we said Oliver Moore is learning on a job, not being critical of him, and he's one of the few guys that goes to the net. I don't recall being critical of Oliver Moore.
Said he skates himself into nowhere sometimes, but that's an observation.
It's a young player thing.
No, Oliver Moore's been fine. Oliver Moore is a guy that would like to see some more offense from. Jeff Blashill talked about him today too, about, he's got this speed, but he needs to know how to kind of use it to be more effective, where don't just be fast, full throttle all the time. There are times where you can dial it back and then push forward. He hasn't figured that out.
Learn the speed in the context of the game.
And he probably won't figure that out for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Connor Bedard, as you mentioned. He's third year, and he's finally figuring these things out. You don't get to learn this in 20 games. You can learn things to help you, but you don't figure it out this quickly. But yes, Oliver Moore is a guy that has the raw ability, definitely has the speed to be an effective player, just needs the rest of the body to catch up with those legs.
Yeah.
And he's got nothing but time to get there.
And to follow up on Rhonda's point about Steve Yzerman, backhand sauce says, so we have 5 more years of this? No, because the Red Wings didn't get a Connor Bedard. They never picked in the top, 3? Who's their highest pick? 6, 7? Sorry, don't do it. I think that's fact. Was it, who's their highest draft pick?
Probably Sider.
Yeah.
Or was it Zadina?
It might have been Zadina.
Who's not even with the team anymore because
the point is that
so good.
They have not had.
No, they haven't had they never drafted the generational talent.
Here, last few years, 13, 15, 9, 8, 6 is Simon Edvinsson in 2021. Lucas Raymond was 4th overall, and he's been the best of all of them. Moritz Seider was 6th.
Okay.
Philip Zadina was 6th. So nothing higher than 6, or 4 rather, with Lucas Raymond.
They're taking what they're doing is, and they're playing really good this year. There's still a long way to go in that Eastern Conference. I still don't trust their goaltending.
Neither do they.
But we'll see what happens. But this is such a long, Steve Yzerman has to make the playoffs this year.
You would think so.
Because I think people were starting to tire out of just, hey, maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year. Are the Blackhawks 5 years away from getting to that point? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Let's see where we feel after watching the World Juniors and watching, Anton Frondel.
2 goals tonight.
Who had 2 goals tonight in the pre-tournament game.
Yep.
I think he's going to.
Got 3 points in 3 games, I think, for Sweden.
I think he's going to be a beast because he's spent the whole season playing in the Swedish Hockey League, playing against grown men, professionals. And now he's going to go in a tournament against players his own age and younger. I think he's going to feast. And I think we're going to watch that tournament and be like, oh, okay, this is coming by the end of this year probably. I like it.
All right, a couple more super chats, and we'll get to the Kevin Korchinski thing. Windy City Hockey said Hawks are just fragile right now on Christmas Story. We've talked a lot about we'd like to see their giant defensemen be a little more physical.
Yes.
That's something that I would like to see. And hopefully as they get more experience, they'll be more comfortable.
Jeff Blashill pretty much said it the other day
when
talking about Vlasic, asking about his first minor, saying, I wouldn't mind if he took a cross-check penalty every once in a while. Basically saying, hey, dude, hit somebody.
To be a 6'6" defenseman with 1 minor penalty is...
Oh, he's got 2 now. He took that interference call.
What a goon.
Interference call today. By the way, loved seeing that TNT showed Jeff Blashill giving it to the referees after that penalty. I'm still getting used to having a head coach that stands up for his players. Good to see. Kudos to you. Crevier, Vlasic, just being big and standing there doesn't mean you're good defensively.
Right.
Use those, play big. I'm not expecting those guys to be Scott Stevens.
Finish a check.
But every once in a while,
lean on somebody.
Be Scott Stevens.
Yeah.
Hit somebody.
That's fine. Yes.
Clear out the crease. How many times have guys gotten inside of those 2 guys and scored goals?
Right.
Just standing there while being big does not mean you're a good defenseman. You need to be, you got to play big. Use that body to your advantage.
Giggity says you either have grit or you don't. You can't develop psycho. Kaiser has it. Those Giants don't. And I think that's why when they were drafting small forwards, people are like, why? They're too small up front. The guys up front are much grittier than those giant redwoods I hear every game. They're a lot more physical. They're a lot more engaged. The forwards are much more physical than a defenseman, despite the size difference. So physicality is a mindset.
Yeah,
it is not a body size. All right, one more super chat before the break. Brandon Sikora says for $5, this is pathetic. I honestly believe this is enough for Davidson to be fired. Okay, finish being patient with the vets. Guys need to step up and soon.
Thanks for the $5.
And Tim Evans, $5 says I'd like to see Knight play more in back-to-backs or days off. I'll take as many Spencer Knight starts as he's willing to give. And $2 from DJ Schnell says, have you guys had little victories on on Division Avenue? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Either.
Is that a place or is that like a code word for?
Is that like a happy ending?
What the Boomers do on Division Street?
I don't
know.
Little victories on Division. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it looks like a bar or something. I'll check it out. Thanks for the tip. And James Eisman for $5 clarifies he was not. He was just agreeing. He was just praising Oliver Moore. So there you go.
Hey, Oliver Moore is a fine young, upstanding gentleman
and a fine young cannibal. All right, we're gonna hit the break zone one more time. Actually, 2 more times. But hit that like button for us. Make sure you are subscribed. We don't have 100 likes yet, which is absurd. Please hit that like button. Every like is a shot on goal for the Blackhawks. So let's pump those numbers up. We'll talk to you in 2 minutes on CHGO Blackhawks, presented by Bet365. Winter is officially here, and is your home's heating up for the challenge? Got a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. If you need a new hot water heater installed today, you've guessed it, call Four Seasons. Now is the time to schedule your Four Seasons furnace tune-up. You don't want to have it get below zero and be like, oh, wait, my furnace doesn't work. That's not good. You can save up to $4,000 on furnaces and comfort systems with Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Furnaces start at $39 a month, and furnace AC combos from $57 a month. Call today and save $50 from your trusted local experts. Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric has been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. Get that furnace squared away before it's too late. And what kind of dreams did you have as a kid? Maybe don't answer that. What did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be a podcaster, and my dreams came true. Have you ever thought about starting your own business? I did that too. Got my own small business, Madhouse Podcast, LLC. That's me. Well, you need Shopify. Shopify is the e-commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. Shopify even powers a CHGO merch store. Lots of good stuff out there. New Bear stuff, new Hawk stuff. Grab it. Shopify makes it easy, and they've got you covered with website creation, product descriptions, email and social marketing, and more. They also have AI tools designed to help maximize sales. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity. All right, we are back on CHGO Blackhawks. Thank you to those of you that hit the like button, like all three of you. Come on now. 242 people watching. Hit the like button, please. I don't want to keep begging. We get to 100 likes and I'll shut up, I promise. By the way, we should shout out, and Chloe gets credit for this because she's part of our wonderful production team. Yesterday was the biggest day in the history of CHGO. That is crazy. Yeah, Monday, right?
It was Saturday to Sunday.
That makes more sense.
21st, right? 21st
Right,
to
was
the
there a big
22nd.
game
Did
on
something happen that day?
Boy,
Well, anyway.
That Ottawa Senators game, man. Everybody wanted to check in on Frank Nazar.
That's it. All right, so
It's the only thing I know that happened.
whatever day that was. So Sunday, we're going to call it?
Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah,
the
Saturday was
24-hour
Bears game,
period.
right. 265,000 people watched our shows.
Those were
1.5
just Carm's burner accounts.
That's right. 1.5 million YouTube views and 11.3 million social impressions. So shout out to Emma and Chloe and all the production staff here that is knocking it out of the park. Emma running our social media. Really great stuff. The shows are one thing, but without the people behind the scenes, we have no shows. They make us look better. They make us sound better. And imagine we sound this bad with great production.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
Damn.
They're definitely doing the Lord's work.
And Ivy Fallen VI says, you will not shut up about likes, but we all know that's not true. I'm sorry. Just trying to do my job. Penis. Anyway, Kevin Korchinski.
Yes.
Should Kevin Korchinski be called up?
Why the hell not?
That's where I'm at. You've got Ethan Del Mastro here gathering dust. Like, send Ethan Del Mastro down and bring Kevin Korchinski up and play him. If offense is at a premium, here's something about hockey that maybe you didn't know. Offense can be generated by defensemen.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Quite regularly.
Yes.
As I said, I wrote about it over the weekend after Nazar went down. This team is offensively challenged. Kevin Korchinski is playing well in Rockford. He's not shooting as much as I want him to, but that could be by design. He is, he's going to be a guy that's going to help get the puck up the ice. He's going to be a guy in the offensive zone that will be able to help facilitate, create some chances. Until Bedard and Nazar get back, let's face it, wins and losses don't matter.
No.
So
I mean, they probably won't when they get back either.
Right.
Frankly, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Let's see him, get him up here. Some people might not like this. Go back to the 7 defensemen with Kevin Korchinski as your 7th defenseman.
Do you need to see Dominic Toninato and Sam Lafferty?
I don't, ever.
No.
Again, you're going to get Nick Foligno back after the break. So you can do Foligno, Doc on that fourth line, and then rotate whoever. You bring Korchinski up. You put him in the seventh defenseman role, so the coaching staff can
cherry pick,
put him in spots to succeed, get some confidence going. See what you got. Give him the next 20 games to come up here and play, and just say, okay, this is what you want. We want you to do. We want you to help the offense. Any defense you can add would be great, but that's why he's the seventh defenseman. So you put him in those offensive zone starts. You put him on the power play. You put him in 4-on-4 where there's more space on the ice, and you let him try to create offense. Because who else is here to do that right now? Not a lot.
Louis Crevier.
So this is, unfortunately, he's been your best offensive generating defenseman.
Yes, he has.
And that's offense
problem.
to Louis Crevier, is not ideal.
Louis Crevier would tell you that that's bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a good time to bring him up and go back to 7 defensemen and let him get some spots to earn some confidence, to feel good, to start feeling like, yeah, I am an NHL defenseman. I do belong here. And then hell, maybe he's here for the rest of the year and one of your top guys. Like, this is your chance to figure out if he's still part of the long-term plans or not.
So trying to, as I do when we both do, whenever we're trying to like, is this the right move or not? If you call him up, let's say your number 20 games, and it doesn't look better, if it looks the same as it looked last year, which was fine, but did not look like a first-round pick kind of a talent, right? Did not look as maybe we expected him to look offensively. If that happens again, are you at a crossroads with Kevin Korchinski where you have to kind of like maybe find a change of scenery for him?
No, he's not there at that point. No, he's not Lucas Reichel where you just continuously giving him chances.
When defensemen take longer.
Defensemen take longer. He's 21.
Yeah.
Are my expectations dialed down? Yes, they probably are already a little bit. Like, but no, if he comes up and struggles in 20 games, do you say, well, it's time to trade him? I don't. He's still so young, and with Kaiser playing as well as he's been playing, and you have Levshunov progressing, you don't need him to be great this early in his career. So I don't look at this as this is your last chance, make or break opportunity here. You have to be good or we're getting rid of you. But I would like to start seeing some results here for him. At some point, you have to figure out, is he the guy you drafted? Or is he somebody that we dangle out there to get something else we need?
Yeah.
At some point, you have to make that decision. Why not now? Or at least start to make that, figure it out here. It's the perfect time.
Yeah, the Majestic American Woodcock says, call Korch up and then send him down with no confidence again. At some point, you've got to figure it out. You can't just keep him down there in fear that when he comes up, he's not going to have success.
Well, if he
so
keeps
keep
coming
him down
up
there
and
forever.
underperforms, well, then you got your answer.
Yes.
You have to give him the chance to perform.
Right. You can't just say, we can't call him up because he might come up and struggle. Okay, well then...
If he comes up,
are you keep in Rockford forever?
If every time he comes up, he's bad. Well, then there's your answer. Maybe it is time to move on. But why? What is it going to hurt you right now to get him up here and play him to try and create offense on a team that cannot create offense? How is it going to hurt anything? If he plays
I don't think
bad,
it's going to.
If he plays bad and it hurts his confidence, that's on him for playing bad.
I mean, I think by now he should be able to. And look, I'll say this too. Even in his rookie year, it didn't look like, oh my God, this kid can't play. It never looked like that. But he was just not like, there were no flashes. Like with Levshunov, it feels like once or twice a week, there's a play where you're like, oh my God, like very few guys can do what Levshunov is doing. And look, I was talking to you during the game. If they said Levshunov needs a breather in Rockford right now, it would not jar me in the least. Because of what Grzelcyk is talking about, it's a lot to take on. He just had a thing that happened last week. I feel like he's a little bit in his head right now. Maybe he's starting to tread water a little bit. I'm going to trust the coaching staff to identify if they feel that needs to happen. So if Levshunov was sent down, I wouldn't really bat an eye. I'm not calling for it necessarily, but it wouldn't shock me if it happened at some point, right? So fine, like that's part of the development path. Like no one's got a aside from the greatest of the great, no one's got like a really linear path of I'm in the NHL and I'm going to get better and better and better and better until I retire. That's McDavid. That's Crosby. That's Taves. That's Kane. Hopefully it's Connor Bedard, right? But that's most guys have a bit of an up and down to start a career. So if that's the case for Artyom Levshunov, fine. It's been the case for Kevin Korchinski. But again, I've never seen him really, really awful. And think of the teams that he played on. They were way worse than this one. Well, maybe not this. When they're way worse than they were 2 weeks ago. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's give Korchinski a look. There's nothing to lose. There's not. Go to the 11-7. Send Del Mastro down. If you're not playing him anyway.
Right. And then that also opens up even more opportunity for Sam Rinzel to play an even bigger role in Rockford. And he's been really good since he's been down there. He's showing you exactly what you wanted to see. So let Sam Rinzel play some more time down there and become more accustomed to the pro game. And this is, year 3 of Korchinski. Let's see what we got here and give him a shot here. And when Bedard and Nazar comes back, if it isn't working here, you're not seeing what you want for him to be a consistent NHL player, back to Rockford he goes.
Yeah.
And then this offseason, you have some serious discussions on what to do. Do you remain patient, or do you, try and figure out if you need to move him before his trade value gets completely
He is an RFA this summer.
So this is a good chance.
You got to figure it out.
It's not going to hurt anything at this point. It's not, if Kevin Korchinski comes up here and, is a -4 in a game, so what?
I'm fine with it.
That game's not keeping this team out of a wild card spot.
I would not think so. No.
So give him a shot. Let it cook for a couple of weeks until you get back to full strength up front. And maybe by then you're like, oh, wow, Kevin Korchinski's kind of figuring out at the NHL level. He's helping us offensively. And now you throw in a healthy Bedard and Nazar with him contributing on the back end.
Yeah.
Things look better.
I know we've got Jeff Blashill and Ryan Donato standing by. Chloe, do we have time for one of those right now? We got to wait till after the break zone?
You could do Donato, but not Blashill.
All right, let's hear from Ryan Donato before we hit the break zone. I'm not going to ask for more likes. I told you we'd hit 100. I'm not going to ask for any more, so I'm not doing it. See?
I will, though.
I'm a man of my word.
I didn't say nothing about asking for likes.
Here's Ryan Donato, courtesy of the Blackhawks.
Just how frustrating was this one where it seemed like there were some good things, but just trying to produce enough?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can go through every loss is frustrating, right? Like, It's a loss. There's going to be frustrating times. There's some things that we did well and some things that, didn't go our way. I think, any loss is frustrating. There's things we're going to work on, get better, and, get some wins here.
Do you worry about with this young team kind of going through a losing streak, or just how they're handling it right now?
No, we have enough veterans in here, great coaching staff that's going to, right the ship if you say it like that, I guess. Think about it like that, I guess. But I think, the young guys are actually always positive and in great moods and, happy-go-lucky guys. It's just a matter of, finding a way to win. And I think, there's no negative attitude. There's no feeling sorry for ourselves. So I think everybody's hungry to, push in the right direction here.
What's the biggest thing you have to change right now?
I wish I knew that. I think we would have been working on it. I think, we're always working to get better, and I think I'm sure the coaching staff will have some stuff for us to, work on and when we come back from Christmas.
With who you guys have out, do you put some onus on yourself to be one of the goal scorers and the right offense right now?
I think all of us got to step up. I think it's, it's a next man up mentality. You hear that a lot, but it's the case here. Obviously, we've lost 2, of our best players, guys that are consistent and hardworking guys, and definitely create a confident energy in the locker room. And you lose those, it's tough. But I think we're a confident group in here, and guys are willing to step up. We just got to get a job done.
Did you like the opportunities you guys were able to generate tonight?
Yeah, I think we had some good chances. It's just a matter of capitalizing on them, right? I'd rather score 4 goals tonight on 4 chances than have 20 chances and 1 goal, right? So I think it's tough, but there's things we're doing that are good, and hopefully we can score. Yeah, a little bit. I always say I put my trust in God. Just work hard and pray, and that if you do the right things, I think it'd be different if I wasn't getting the chances, and that would be a little scary. That's when I would be questioning it. But I was getting chances, and it's just a matter of having them go in. You get one call back, it stinks, but it happens, and then definitely a little bit of weight off the shoulders. But it's just a matter of keep on getting those chances.
You were asked to take a lot more faceoffs today. Did well on the dot. Do you feel comfortable with that?
I didn't even see what I finished at, to be honest with you. So I felt a little bit better tonight. I think it's a learning process. We have Dickey's teaching a lot of guys stuff. We have Peck's taking face-offs after practice with us, and we're learning. And I think I'm still learning even, and it's something that I want to continue to work on.
Do you feel the holiday break could be just what this group needs during a time like this?
I hope so. I mean, I think we're a young team. It's a long season, and a couple of days with family and friends can definitely create a positive energy change, and hopefully we can come back buzzing after the break.
All right, that's Ryan Donato, courtesy of the Chicago Blackhawks. We got to hit the break zone one more time. When we come back, we got to award the winner of our game puck, and a couple final thoughts we got to share as well. So stick around. We'll be back in 2 minutes on CHGO Blackhawks. You know that moment, we've all been there, when you drive away from your car, or you're in your car, and you drive away from the place you were, and you're like, my sunglasses were on the roof of my car, and I left a long time ago, and I'm not going back. It's happened to all of us. We've all been there. Well, guess what? We found Shady Rays, and with Shady Rays, you don't need to worry about it. They've changed the game. Their sunglasses are made for real life. They look great. They're polarized. They're durable. And they are not crazy expensive. And the best part, if you lose them or break them, or that you drive away with them on the roof of your car, even on the first day, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trips, just replacements. So now you can wear your sunglasses without fear on hikes, at concerts, on the boat, wherever. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back, and we've teamed up with them to bring you a great offer. Head to shadyrays.com. Use our code CHGO for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 million trillion people. And if you are an athlete and you are serious about leveling up your game, you need our friends at Eye on the Ball, because the right coach can change everything. And right now, finding one is easy with Eye on the Ball. It doesn't matter if you're a kid just starting out or competing at the top level. You can sign up totally free at eyeontheball.net. We found a coach for my daughter. It has taken her from a pretty good pitcher to a really good pitcher. And who knows what that'll mean 2-3 years down the road when she's ready to go to college. Create your profile, search for coaches in your sport, and connect directly with the one that's right for you. From soccer to swimming, baseball to basketball, you name it, the coaches are there. So what are you waiting for? Your future coach could be one click away. Jump on today at eyeontheball.net. That's eyeontheball.net. Find your coach and take your game to the next level. And if you're a coach, upload your profile, become findable for these athletes. 6 months free at eyeontheball.net. Better father, better husband, better man. Go to Game Day Men's Health. Visit GameDayCHGO.com to find locations closest to you. Here is our Game Day Men's Health Game Puck winner. It is Ryan Donato with 59% of the votes. So thank you for getting your votes in. We'll make sure to congratulate Ryan next time we see him. I'm sure he's very excited about this.
We'll give him his free watch.
100%. Couple notes before we hear from Jeff Blashill. Ricochet and somebody else brought up in the chat. Good points. Kevin Korchinski's primary defensive partner his rookie year was Jacob Megna. Yeah. And also lost his father in the middle of that rookie season.
Yeah.
So
I think
as a 19-year-old to go through all that,
I think coming up and playing some games with Wyatt Kaiser and Matt Grzelcyk is an upgrade.
that could help a lot. Yes.
Or even Connor Murphy.
Yes. Or even Artyom Levshunov.
Best thing is, if he's the seventh guy, he could play with all those guys in the same night and figure out which one he plays best with.
Yes, exactly. Just had a $10 super chat roll in from Paul. Says, just got back from UC. Crowd was buzzing before puck drop. Feel like everyone's just waiting for this team to take the next step. The energy is coming. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yes, it was a really big crowd tonight.
Loud,
obviously,
loud anthem.
A lot of kids home for holiday break. A lot of people in from out of town for the holidays. Full house, loud crowd. They were into it. There was a Green Bay sucks chant immediately after the puck drop.
34 seconds, I believe.
Go for it. Like I'm all for it. A lot of energy when they scored that goal at the end of the second period. I'm pretty sure that all those people who bought the tickets bought them a while ago, and we're hoping to see Connor Bedard play. Didn't get to see it, but they brought the energy. So that was, it was a good building tonight for sure.
Took 35 seconds for the Green Bay Sucks chance to
Slackers
just come out.
Should have, but yeah.
And Windy City Hockey points out that Jared Tenorti was a D partner for Korchinski before Megna. That was the year they had to go get like Remington, Pitlick, and all these guys like just off the scrap heap because so many guys were hurt too.
That was when Bedard broke his jaw, and then everybody else. Because remember, Bedard broke his jaw, and then Nick Foligno broke his hand defending Bedard.
Yes.
So they lost those two guys in the same game, and then everybody got hurt. So yeah, that was the Rem Pitlick, Zach Sanford, Jacob Meg. They basically were just standing at the
find me anybody.
They basically were just standing at the back door of the Allstate Arena, and was ever playing the Wolves. They were like, "You got a hockey bag? You want to come play for the Blackhawks? Get in the car.
Come on down."
They had a windowless van with a sign that said "Free NHL contracts."
Free NHL career. For a while, anyway. And
our guy Remington Pitlick is back with the Ice
back.
Hawks.
Yes, he is.
Scored a goal the other day.
Good for him. Welcome back, Remington.
The bass player from every indie band on XRT.
Absolutely. All right, let's hear from Jeff Blashill here before we wrap up. This is, once again, courtesy of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Burakovsky was saying that he liked the opportunities that you guys were generating. Do you feel the same way, that the opportunities were certainly there?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, we had more chances than they did. We didn't, we didn't score. I thought even on the power play there at the end, we generated chances, and that was probably our best power play. Got to keep, grinding and find a way to score.
I know you talk a lot about process. Is this the type of game that you want to see right now?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't perfect. I thought in the second we kind of threw the puck away a little bit. Like, there's a difference between kind of, being smart with our direct mentality and just kind of throwing it, And so I thought, up until the time we took the penalty in the second, I thought we were good. Then I didn't think we were good after they scored. And I thought the third we were good. I thought parts of the first we were good. So, we just got to keep, stay with it and grind and not worry about, there's not one thing we can do about what happened before. And we got to come back from the break and worry about that game against Dallas.
Was Spencer coming off on that empty netter? Was that when he was supposed to? Was
I made the decision to pull him. I thought we were getting possession. We didn't get possession, so that's on me.
Lardis and Moore got kind of lower end of the 5-on-5. Right now, where do you see their games?
I think, I would treat him separately. Like, Lards has only been here a little bit. He's trying to figure out how to, generate the same offense at this level that he did at the other level, at the AHL level. Probably Morsey's the same thing, and Morsey's a very, very hard worker, wants to be great, and so I think some of that at times you can be hard on yourself too, and so he just has to be careful to just kind of stick with it and play, and not necessarily stress about every play. And he's going to make some good plays. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to get coached, and that's okay. Just stay with it and find a way to kind of make sure he keeps his confidence.
What does Lardis have to figure out at this level right now?
Well, I would say finding kind of how to find space at this level. Like, he's not really fast and he's not really big. He's a good skater, but he's not, going to separate himself with his speed. And so, I think he's got to find the right spacing. On the power play, he tends to drift outside the dots and shoots the one-timer. It's probably not going in this league unless you're, one of those elite shooters. So he's got to find the right areas of the ice to get that same shot from where it can be more dangerous. It's a big ask. It's a big ask for all those guys, really. Greener's been here all year. It's still a big ask. It's a really, really hard league to kind of learn in. But I think they are growing. But to be able to perform every night, it's a hard thing for them.
Is 3 days away a good thing for you?
Yeah, I think probably where we're at, it's probably a good thing. I'm a I love Christmas. I love seeing my family. I love that, and I'm sure a number of guys are the same way. And so whether we were humming or not, this break was coming, and I think the fact that we are in a grind right now, that's probably might be a good thing for us. We get a reset. Now we got a hard schedule coming out of it. Flying to Dallas that first day coming out, it's a hard thing, but we're gonna have to find a way to grind.
Artist, or it kind of got chippy with him and some of the Philly skaters out there during the game. Do you think from like a physical standpoint that kind of helps him ease into this level?
Well, I just think, I think there's an emotion. Like, I think when you get into those types of kind of combatant situations, that brings the emotional level of the whole building up, and that helps, potentially bring their emotional level up. Does it help them play better? That's hard to say. But at least it's puts them in position to, have that kind of emotion rise, which I think is a good thing.
Bertuzzi with Dickinson and Mikheyev today. Felt like they had a pretty effective game at 5-on-5. What was kind of your thought process?
Trying to find guys that kind of play alike, and I just thought with, Mickey does a good job transporting the puck up the ice. Thought they could be a good line in the O-zone. Thought we could match them against like that Zegras line, and they're all good defensively. Thought we needed to change it up a little bit, and I thought their line played really good. I don't know that I'll do it on the road or not, but that's was kind of the approach we took for tonight. I thought it was a good line.
You asked Ryan Donato to really step up. Are you happy with his play tonight?
Yeah, I thought he played pretty good. Like, he's a guy we've bounced around from line to line, from position to position, and that's not an easy thing, and I think he's handled it well. And I thought as the game went along, he got better and better. Obviously scoring helps. I think that gives you confidence. So I thought as the game went along, you got better and better.
Speaking of bouncing around different lines and different assignments, right, you relied really heavily on Ryan Green in the face-off circle. What has he done to really earn that trust from you guys?
Well, he's been a pretty good face-off guy for us most of the year. It can ebb and flow a little bit, but I do think he gives us a chance to win on that right side. Usually the best chance to win on the right side with Frankie out, with Connor out especially. So there's only at this point, there's really kind of one right shot face-off guy. So he's going to get a lot of those face-off assignments because of it.
All right, that's Jeff Blashill, courtesy of the Blackhawks. One more super chat we got to get to from DJ, $2, clarifying his prior super chat about little victories on division. It is indeed I guess you call it like a bar restaurant. Cheap beer and chicken and a world-renowned Caesar wrap for those interested in that. Not me.
But they got tendies.
Tendies, I'm in. By the way,
unwrap the chicken and just give me the chicken.
Shout out to the Blackhawks who had their holiday party last night and apparently left so much beef tenderloin after the party that it became the media meal today.
That's
and it was outstanding, and my guts are still functioning well.
Maybe the Blackhawks should have ate more beef tenderloin last night. They would have scored. They would have been willing to go. They should have beefed up to get to the front of the net. But instead, they ate Caesar wraps and played perimeter hockey all night.
I put so much beef tenderloin in my little
I did
recyclable to-go box. It was groaning as I was going up the escalator. Like, I can't hold this all this beef.
Jay ate half a cow tonight.
I think I did. I will have raging gout tomorrow, but it will be worth it.
Worth it.
All right, a couple things before we go. Tomorrow at 3, we are going to drop a mini pod. The 5 items the Blackhawks need to find under their Christmas tree this year. Chloe Thiel made a wonderful graphic promoting it. It's a little bit of a Easter egg, so if you want to take a look at that, we're going to post it on social media tomorrow morning as well for a little bit of a teaser on what those items will be. But make sure you check that. It'll drop at 3 o'clock. And we want to take a chance here to say thank you to everybody and to have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I mentioned how great of a day it was for us on Saturday and Sunday here at CHGO, but every day is better. We're approaching 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I know we are right there. Probably going to hit it at some point next week. So if you've not subscribed yet,
Packers game.
Yeah, right, exactly. If you've not done it yet, make sure you are subscribed to become one of those first 100,000 people to become a subscriber here at CHGO. But seriously, like, I know that seasons have ups and downs, and shows have ups and downs, but we appreciate especially the people that are here every dang show. They don't miss a show, win or lose, and we really appreciate it. And we know that just because you're not participating in the chat doesn't mean you're not there either. So we appreciate all of you. So thanks for being here. Anything you want to add?
No, that kind of covered it all.
All right, yeah. Chloe, you got a question. You got a chat for you. What's your favorite restaurant so far in Chicago?
I don't know.
Come on.
I love
I
that
think-
place.
That place right. It's right next to Little Victories.
Great chicken wrap. I don't know.
I think the one that I've had so far, the most that I really like is Small Cheval.
Well, that's a pretty good pick.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
just opened one of those by me in Wilmette, and I've
Good
used
stuff.
it quite a few times.
Yeah.
All right.
After the game on Saturday, I stuck around for the Bears game here until actually like 3 a.m., but we had Small Cheval.
There you
Jake
go.
got us some
Double
Small
win.
Cheval,
That's a double
so
win for you, Chloe.
double
Good
win.
stuff. That's a good Saturday.
Yes.
All right. Well, we
Besides
are
the Blackhawks game.
we are grateful for our audience. We're very grateful that Chloe decided to move from Denver to come here and produce Hawks games. Sincerely, very, very happy that she's here, and she's been a big part of things already. So we will talk to you. Yeah, she's going back to Denver. Bye. I think she's coming back. I apologize for the weather the other day, saying this rainy day is not typical. And she said, no, I like this. Anyway, we're back Saturday for Hawks at Stars. So that will be a 6:30 pregame show. We'll talk to you then on CHGO Blackhawks.
We all silly like the mayor.